Hello. See you in clip 3. In the last two clips, the teacher learned about the spirit of being a teacher and then about the professional code of ethics which is inserted in the royal speech or the royal decree given by His Majesty King Rama IX. Teachers must have compassion, love and compassion for their students and also for others. We also have a poem that there is a poem for this work. Everyone must have heard that with kindness, someone will force you to find a new one. It poured out like a pleasant rain from the sky to the land. Now, the behavior that we show love and kindness to our students, there are about 8 or 9 things in total, which we will look at as a story. Watch the first story first. Love students like their children and grandchildren. This is the first behavior. If we love our students like our children, then we will love them. How we love our children, we have to treat our students like that. With our children, how do we say good things to our students? How do we start to say good things like that? With our children, we have to love like that. With our children, we only select good things for students, and then we only select good things for students. Therefore, loving our students like our children and grandchildren will enable us to teach our children to be good people to the best of our ability, to be good people to the best of our ability. Love the school like a home, love the work like life, love the students like the children and grandchildren. If the teacher can apply these 3 words, three short benefits, then you will be a very perfect teacher. The school is like our second home, allowing us to live in a factor of 4, and then having cute students makes us work, but it makes us tired. We have another life in school, which is that we live a life of working at school, teaching students. By teaching our students, we must love our students like our children. Therefore, if we work with love, we will be happy and successful. This is important. Next, for the second behavior, it is important to build positive reinforcement. If the teacher is kind, we will not punish the student by violence or beating. We should punish students in a new way, namely using positive reinforcement methods. For example, in order to reinforce this positive, we must be a good example for our children, that is, for our students. Teachers must be good role models. When we are good role models, students see good examples and behave in a good way. The second is to teach clearly. What do we want, and we have to tell you directly. If you say, "Don't run," but if the child is a good month, be careful. This is to make it clear that you want the children to walk slowly. Because if we use the ban, they will think that the school is thinking backwards about why the ban is banned, and there is uncertainty and students are hesitant to continue to comply. It is not forced for children to do it, it is that everything must be done voluntarily. If we have one person do it voluntarily, we must build faith or make a mutual agreement with the students that we are in the classroom and we will behave like this. Everyone agrees or disagrees, and then they apply the regulations in the classroom. When we have a rule in the classroom, we can have the class follow it, and the student will do it willingly. Next, set clear goals. If the car has a clear goal, we can determine the positive behavior of the students. The next distraction for students is that while students are interested in something that is not right, we create a new focus and then let the student be interested in the subject that will lead to another subject. Ask students to stop paying attention to things that are not appropriate. For example, students are running naughty in the room, talking loudly, so we are teaching, students are talking loudly. We are silent. When we are silent, the students are silent. Why is the teacher silent? This is to distract instead of scolding the student at that time. You can use the distraction method and practice it consistently, not doing this today and doing another thing tomorrow. Teachers come to the school regularly, teachers come to school on time, students will see the example and follow it. And the other thing is that what we lack a lot is praise, that we must be praised when our children and students do good deeds, even if the goodness is small, but we must always have praise for the students. The fellow students will have confidence that what they are doing is right. What he did was acceptable. Because the fact that we admire the students is not damaging at all. It is to build confidence in students that what they are doing is right and good, and they have the confidence to continue to do it. Another positive behavior reinforcement is to set a clear deadline. I thought I should play for 3 minutes. Then I came back to class, let it rest for 3 minutes, and then I came back to class. Set a small time, agree on a clear time for what we will do, and then come back to the activities we want. We try to listen to a lot of students, try to listen to their voices clearly, what they want, and then we can meet their needs. Now, teachers or parents should teach their children in the same direction. Not teacher Kakai will punish the students, but the teacher. B. Egg came to say, "Don't punish him like that." Therefore, the same behavior, One teacher tells to punish the other person, and if he does not punish it, it will not go in the same direction. Therefore, it is important for us to strengthen positive discipline for students. Teachers must have the same guidelines for how we treat students if they behave like this, which we must also do so that there is no confusion that the teacher has not seen anything and the teacher has said something to me, etc. This will not be a positive discipline reinforcement because we have something to discuss and agree on and then punish, or maybe not a punishment, but it may be applied to the student as a discipline reinforcement. The third behavior is that we know how to forgive and give opportunities. Forgiving people is very important. If this student is forgiven by the teacher, it will end up being remembered until it is embossed. Until I finished school and worked, if the teacher hadn't given me a chance that day, I wouldn't be where I am today. Therefore, giving people opportunities is the most important thing in the life of being a teacher. He said that the greatest giving is forgiveness and giving opportunities, because forgiveness by giving opportunities is very important. So we give opportunities to students in terms of studying. For example, this student is poor and has no money to study. We give them the opportunity to study. Maybe they can use the tuition fee waiver method, or go find a scholarship for them to study, etc. Or even if he is 5 minutes or 10 minutes late, and then give him the opportunity to attend class so that he can study in our subjects. We do not rule out the opportunity for students in small things because giving them the opportunity to study is very important. It is not that when there is no more, they should leave the school. We see that everyone can teach. When they can teach, they should be given the opportunity to turn around in terms of behavior. This will enable children to be good people for society. Provide career opportunities. Some children are poor, so we find a career that suits them so that they can pursue a career according to their ability, maybe find a job to do, maybe housework, housekeeping, etc. We give them a chance. When I was studying, I was given the opportunity. The teacher gave me the opportunity to act as a lab boy to help in the next laboratory, and I could get 30 baht or 40 baht per hour. This is also what gives students the opportunity to pursue a career in order to use the money to support themselves. Therefore, it is very important to give the person a chance to forgive. Next, the fourth behavior regarding compassion is to always behave towards students like everyone else. This one must also have parentheses that you are trying to do. It may be difficult to do, but you have to try. We have no prejudice in treating our students. Whether you read the motto that financial status. This person is rich, we have to be careful. His parents are rich and have financial status, which causes prejudice because we have to try to make it the same that people with less money have more money. Rich and poor people must be treated the same as all students. One of them is the sheriff's son. The other is the son of a quiet farmer, so we have to do the same. No matter whose child you are, when you come to school, the teacher must treat those students the same. Don't let the students feel that why they are good enough with us and then they don't do well. The students will have doubts, and then wonder why the teacher did that. People who are good at learning are a little pampered, and you are a teacher who talks to you, talks well, but with young children, teachers don't care like this, because young children are good children, we have to take care of them equally. Don't be prejudiced that this person is good at studying and can take the exam in first place every time. We have to praise them so that other students see that it is too much. Maybe the students in the room with the good students will also be hit by the students who are studying. We have to be careful with weak students. We have to find a way to teach them to have knowledge according to the standards, according to the indicators we have. Therefore, we must always behave the same way, whether it is a good child or a young child, or a neat child and a quiet, unruly child. The teacher will be arrogant, but the child will be neat. But the teacher will say that every day, because the child is unruly and the child is neat, we have to find a way to treat it equally. Visit his house to see how his house is doing. Go and see what he is still lacking. What is the cause of such a mess? Teachers need to pay more attention to these children than well-behaved children, because children with deviant behavior show that they have problems in one area. The teacher must find out what problems he has. How can we help him? It's not unruly, just let it go. We take care of the children. In a room of 30 people, 5 other people are unruly, you don't have to look at it. This one must always be taken care of by everyone. The fifth behavior is that teachers must be ready to provide knowledge and counsel to help solve problems with students at any time. I'm always ready for you, that is, I am ready at any time, that the problems that students have teachers are ready to solve, and then help as appropriate for the teacher's position. We must have the same limit in helping, but in counseling to help solve problems with students. We can talk at any time. There are times when students call at 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. to say that there is such a problem, so we have to consult and provide reasonable help. No matter if the student called at that time, it means that he must have really had a problem. Therefore, we must help them solve the problem at any time. Yes, this is what shows the kindness of teachers to students. The next behavior, behavior 6, the teacher must study the children individually and then analyze the data to solve the problem or advise or guide correctly. This is important that when we go to record all the children's information, we put it in the file. The head of the administrative department came to check and said that this is what kind of student education we have. When the academic department came to check it, we said that we have an individual study, but we sewed it up into a file. That will not benefit anyone at all. We ourselves are not benefited, the school is not benefited, the students are not benefited, but if we analyze that data, we will see that each child has a different status and a different knowledge base. There are different knowledge bases. Therefore, when we analyze and think that anyone who has a problem should go to study more information, they should visit the student's home to see how his home is doing. This child was often late for school, so we went to find out why he was often late. I was punished 10 times and was still late. We have to find out in depth whether this person has any problems at home when they are late. He may wake up early to help his parents work first, or he may wake up early and have to drop him off at another school first. When he wakes up in the morning, he has to go to do activities for his parents first. Therefore, these things we must be aware of. Otherwise, we will regret later that we punished a good person without wanting to do anything wrong, but the team he did for his family. Therefore, by studying the in-depth knowledge of the students we visit at home, we can solve the problem in the right way. When we analyze the students' data and we know the root of the cause, we can solve the problem together. Let's sit down and solve the problem under the correct information that we have analyzed. When we analyze the data to help solve students' problems, that will be useful information and then considered as a show of kindness to students. Next, the 7th behavior is friendly to everyone. The fact that we are friendly to everyone is that we must start with ourselves first, that we will not be hostile to anyone. Whoever does something bad to us, we do not hurt him, and we do not hurt him. Ask us. Whenever we are in a bad mood, we have to suppress that emotion to maintain the friendship, Sometimes, when we get angry and offend the person who is angry, we may not know it, which is what we have to maintain a friendship. EQ is high enough. If we have low EQ, it will be difficult for us to be friendly with everyone. Therefore, we must have a good EQ to be able to be friendly to everyone. Behavior 8. Generosity, sharing according to opportunities. The fact that we still have a kind heart, kindness, is expressed with generosity. What do you share generously? We have a lot of knowledge. We share knowledge with our students. We share knowledge with fellow teachers. Share knowledge with fellow teachers from different schools. Fellow teachers in school sharing will make us happy. Giving knowledge is considered to be a noble giving, that is, it makes him wise. When he has wisdom, he can use the leakage of wisdom to improve his life, because, for example, we have the knowledge that there are innovations used in learning management, and then we can participate in the exhibition and disseminate the work to the teachers in the school. Spreading the word to teachers in the province, to teachers in the country, is considered that we are generous, sharing knowledge, sharing wisdom with fellow teachers and students. This is a very important thing, that making merit by providing knowledge will get a lot of merit. Next, sharing assets. If we have enough money, we can share it with those who don't have it. But if we don't have enough, we don't need to do that. It will cause trouble. Instead of getting merit, we will get sinned. Because we do merit, we are comfortable, we are not in trouble, we will get merit. Therefore, sharing assets is something that it is what we will make for us to make merit. Share food. If we have a lot, we share it with people who have little. For example, if we have a lot of bananas at home. There are a lot of bananas, so we share bananas at school like this, etc. This is that we manage the comfort of the school as we see fit. In order for us to share generously, we must share and be generous under the circumstances so that we do not oppress ourselves and others. If we are kind and generous, sharing without being too oppressive of ourselves or too much of others, instead of getting merit, we will get sin. Next, behavior 9 is that we must listen to the opinions of others and be good listeners. Nowadays, there is an activity that we call aesthetic conversation, which is to listen to the opinions of others, to have an aesthetic conversation, to listen with intention, and then to accept the opinions of others. This one shows a kind of kindness. That is, if we listen to other people's opinions, seeing the importance of others. Others will see the importance of us and we will be able to live together happily. Lastly, I would like to let all teachers watch the clip of Teacher Pratin Liam Shamran, teacher of the Prince Maha Chakri Award of Thailand in 2021.
He succeeds. He goes to help others. This is what we have received, the aftermath of what we have taught him. Tupac Nia is the most desolate and poor village in Phang Nga province. After Tsunami had no career, she couldn't take 50 baht a day. In 47 years, Tsunami in 48. She started doing her hair immediately, but she couldn't do it until 49.
I need to gain knowledge. I have to bring it back to develop my village and feed my family. Thought of qualification in marketing. Others studied for 2 years, but this one studied for 4 years.
We let them do calculations in household accounting. What is quiet? As for other subjects, we use the transfer method to teach them at home, to teach household accounting, to teach marketing, to teach public relations. From the past that I couldn't say before. I don't dare to go in front of people. I have gone through the study. This is very fluent.
If anyone is in trouble, if you can't do it, now you have come to do business. I can come to work at my house, so I give you 300 baht a day to have 3 meals. I never thought about it before. Professor Pratin said that if you are comfortable, then you don't forget the person behind you who is more difficult for him. The teacher sometimes does not speak empirically.
The only goal is to become a teacher. If you don't want to be a teacher, you have to be a teacher. You can help a person succeed. A person has a job or whatever, but it is the duty of a teacher.
The definition of being a teacher that has never changed over the past 30 years of Teacher Pratin Liam Shamran has been passed on to generations of students. What everyone said in the same way was, teachers lead, and teachers lead by example.
Most of the time, I go to the island area with the teacher about 2 to 3 times. Today, there will be about 2 to 3 more children's houses. I can see the effort and intention of the first time I had to bring this child to study like this. Try to talk to parents, try to communicate to the child what he has to go through.
We want to help people more, not to think of ourselves as students, but to help someone.
I feel proud first. Because we feel that we are his students first, we will be very proud of the teacher and proud of this day. He invited us to come back here and do it for society. Many other teachers are like us before, who don't think that we have to come down to the children themselves, that they only have to walk into the education system.
Today we will present the topic of the project, about spa massage scented candles from moon seeds.
It's called Honey Baked Nun.
The project of my group is a project of scented candles from grapefruit peels.
With the belief that science projects and business plans will help children develop their potential more than they think. Teachers must be assistants to change the lives of students. Teacher Pratin Liam Shamran is therefore a model of the project learning management process. Science and technology base, including caring for students without leaving anyone behind. Especially children lack opportunities that are not equal to others. As the head of the Higher Vocational Innovation Scholarship Project of Phang Nga Technical College.
It's easy to teach good children to be good children. It's easy to teach good children to be good children. But if we can teach bad children to be good people, this is a teacher, we have to change his life.
With love and commitment to being a vocational education teacher, Teacher Pratin Liam Shamran put in all his strength. He hopes that his students will have a great future, become quality people who help improve the vocational education industry, and will be a giver to society forever.
And see what behaviors the teacher is most impressed with. And the second is that the local teachers have used their abilities to participate in helping students solve problems. Question 3. How does the expression of love and kindness affect the students? And how does Teacher Pratin create positive energy for his students? This is the third worksheet that I have left to all teachers to make 100 of them. For this clip, goodbye.